Hi everybody, can you believe it? March is almost around. So I guess you're getting ready for the spring or the fall, depending on which corner of this planet you are. And guys, if you wanted to get your annual scope and you forgot it, right now it's a great time. They're right now on sale. So you're getting one sign for 10 bucks and all signs for 20. So you can check somebody else, or you can check your ascendant and Venus sign and Mars sign. So this is a great opportunity. But the best part of my special is my speed up promotion. So you are not waiting 3 weeks anymore for the readings. So I'm actually upgrading whatever the term was before. So 3 weeks is now 1 week. So becoming a rush reading. And the rush reading, which was week, is now 3 days. And if you really want an urgent reading, you're going to get it within 24 hours. And if you're North America, most likely the same day. So guys, check my website www.cattarot.ca for more information. You can also find me on Instagram and on Facebook, where I actually also publish daily taroscopes. So let's jump in. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have Fire Tom reversed. We have Nine of Earth crossing it. The Foundation is the Priest reversed. The Past is Six of Sky reversed. Somebody seems to be set up. Sky Tom, that's crowning you, also reversed. The birdie didn't fly away. The imminent future, Fire King. Emotions, Sea King. Holy smoke, this is going to be a reading, Gemini. But look at this environment. Two of Cups reversed. That card is a companion to your card, the Lovers. Hopes and fears, Strength. And wow, the outcome, Sea Queen reversed. And the bottom is Ace of Fire. Okay, so where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do I start, my Gemini? Okay, so let me start with saying this is a general reading, good or bad. This can affect you, but to get really kind of like zoomed into your own energy, please get privates. And I just don't want this kind of comments, oh, it wasn't me or it was them. How I read this is the energy in between the two people. So sometimes I say somebody here because anybody on twins could have done it. So okay, let me kind of like review this. Okay, I guess what I really wanted to think about is we have Sky King, we have Fire King, so King of Swords, King of Wands, the one being you, and then also we have a Sea Queen. So 3 is a party, right? So let me just give you everything, right? So first of all, Fire Tom, looks like you're lacking enthusiasm for going in any direction, and you feel that you really have to wiggle out through really issues and things, and everything is becoming like really so tough, let's call it, right? But looks like you're like really focused, that the entire core is like about long term. You're like coming up with a plan, and that plan is like really combining the very good two things. One is the brilliance of your Gemini, being able to kind of like come up with strategic ideas and sort of like doable plan. But second one is like sort of like wise, steady, and slow and steady, kind of wins the race, kind of like goals. I have a feeling that you have tried certain things in the past that kind of like didn't work. And look at this. This is kind of like a walking away, no matter what kind of direction you look into that. Maybe some of you may have even traveled, because this kind of card also indicates F, I'm out of here, F everybody, really kind of a thing. When it's reversed, it sometimes means coming back to the issues that somehow haven't been placed to rest, right? And there is a question about some kind of rules when you have the priest, right? This is kind of like group rules. It's talking about religion. It is talking about, well, if you do yoga this way, then also it's talking about corporations. So it could be job, it could be the boss. Maybe some of you are changing jobs. That kind of like definitely can indicate that. And reason why you're changing the jobs, because you told off your boss seemingly like that, or you have been fired. Sorry to say that, right? So when I see Sky Tom, actually this is the knight, pardon me, this is Tom, not a kitten. So still, the knight reversed, it is something coming suddenly. There's a sudden cut, and something kind of like is taking you off your feet. So you have to revisit things, because look at this, you have these air elements, and you being air elements, these cards are really, really important. And we are talking about your emotions, how you process things. We are talking about something from the past. We're talking something that already is on your mind. Now, all of this stuff could be talking about second chances, could be talking about let's do it again. Just make sure you're not doing things over and over and over again, because I have to warn you about it. This is what I think, that somebody might either break up with you, or worse, come back to you. So some of you are saying, I know, I'm a crazy cat, I really want him or her to come back, but this person is still going to be the same they always were, and whatever was the reason for breakup, it's going to reappear in a very short period of time. What you need to realize also, that there is a possibility, another opportunity that can happen. So this also could mean that person or other person is sort of like getting their act right. Maybe somebody just like took a trial separation. Maybe somebody just said, I need to think about it. That actually somebody could be you. Somebody could be, okay, just leave me alone. Look, I am here freezing. I'm like on minus like 100. So just, dude, leave me alone. And after a while, kind of like there is a realization lesson. It's just simply too cold, and maybe not many people see my diamonds. So let me kind of like go in and warm up. So going in, you do, and kind of like getting yourself back in motion, getting yourself working. You could have been with somebody who kind of like wanted just a one-night stand, who kind of like was pushing you away, or who you were pushing away. But I think that's kind of changing from what I see, because there is some stagnation. If you're talking about relationships, it looks like there's going to be some kind of switch, and there was like some kind of lack of communication, or maybe even spying on somebody. Kind of like there is here a thing that keeps telling me there is somebody from the past, for many of you, kind of coming and reappearing and making you overly emotional. They're like somebody who is like really, really needy, and like you are having a big question mark over your own head, like walking around like, right, what the heck do I do? Look at this. Is this natural to you? What do I do? Can I even move? Can I even look? How I'm going to be seen if I do that? So it's that big deliberation, this big debate. It could be that somebody is really getting on your nerves, that has been conflict in the past, and hence this is why you walked away, or they walked away. It kind of like, it just like was too much, and sometimes it's just like too much of a good thing. and hence kind of like needed stabilization. This is definitely to me talking about stabilizing and kind of understanding what you want. Kind of like this card though and this card are almost the opposites. This card talks about this could be a marriage card, but it isn't because it's reversed, just like Fire Tom. So you're entering this period thinking, nah, I just want to be single. I kind of like want to play the field. I'm going to quote unquote eat when I'm hungry. And nothing wrong about it, guys, that's okay. But here I'm seeing with these cards that you're mulling it over and saying, okay, you know what, I tried this and this doesn't seem right. People are not commodities, and somehow I'm seeing that some of you will start to feel that almost like you're going to get this new sense of justice, newborn sense of justice over here, because you see this like windmill over here, like it's going to be like ding, like aha moment that will be happening about somebody that you may have had an affair, or otherwise to what kept on going and what kind of issues kept repeating and repeating and repeating over and over and over and not getting different results. So it's going to be, oh, this is what it is. So I would just say that you're going to be tested by the end of March. Somebody might be even coming from the past, somebody with whom you have been either involved or sort of had a fling with. And it's going to be really interesting to see how you approach this person, because it looks like you did have some growth. In the meantime, you did kind of like mold in your own head how to address problems in the future. But this card here tells me that there is a potential, because this is a 9 and this is 1, there is a potential about a switch in a new direction, even with the same person. So kind of like redefinition of things. Maybe things will not bother you anymore. Maybe things are not going to be that important. Maybe there was a conflict, but I frankly don't see conflict here. I see somebody just saying, look, I'm not part of it. I'm not part of this game. I'm off, right? Even though you can see not the fur flying, but sort of like some kind of like leaves falling apart, I guess the same thing. So let's check a few things just to really, really kind of get it clear. So let's see this 6 of Sky. I want to see, because there are some crucial cards that are sort of like mysterious here. So let me see this. Then let's see the Priest. Why is this reversed? So this, I'm saying the opposite. This person here doesn't want to commit, and this person is working on commitment. So the switch is going to happen somewhere. So let's see, because this is the card of love. These two want to come out. And let's see this Sea Queen. Who is this person and who is this Kaito? Because I do see 2 people here. Actually, I see 4 people. Or you can have a different kind of characteristics of these cards yourself. This could be different people involved. If they are, the people that are getting involved are messing you up in thinking how to process emotionally and how to process intellectually. Actually, this particular thing, even though I don't have Hermit, I'm actually surprised the Hermit didn't come out, almost was calling for you to kind of like get into your own power and understand what you really, really want. So let me see the Sky Tone and let me see this Sea Queen. So let me check these guys out here first. Yeah, that was some kind of friend who was not much of a friend, who kind of like maybe gave you some information that have caused you suffering. Or that could be a boyfriend, it could be a girlfriend as well. Everything goes under the same umbrella. But this is saying service and doctor service. I don't know, it also could mean, literally could mean that you have throat trouble as well. But I would say there was some kind of communication, or it could be just even you trying to figure out how to find this like really gray zone that you can kind of like really coast in nicely. So who is this Sea Queen? Very similar. We have the Old Woman, and then we have Despair, and then you have Journey. So old lady, literally, old man. somebody from the past returning, testing your resolve, testing waters, literally. Maybe it's time to move on. There is like somebody who you maybe consider desperate, maybe because like you have this card of journey over here reversed, and this is basically the card of journey reversed, even though tarot kind of has a much more layers in it. I don't know, are you contemplating traveling somewhere? Are you contemplating meeting somebody? Or is this going to be some kind of like communication with somebody from the past? So let's see this one. Whoa. Falseness, letter, and wedding. Some communication with somebody that has been important, that maybe you were even going in the direction of, oh, this can be very serious. You have determined it's not it. Maybe the communication stopped. Maybe kind of like the whole thing kind of like reached a dead end. But that's the thing that sort of like is coming back from what I see. So let's see about these rules. Look at this. We have the wife, we have the servant, gift, and wife. And the wife is reversed, just like the priest is reversed. So you are not, as I said, at some point right now, you're not feeling that the marriage and that path and getting hitched or wedding bells or you know, all the complications. Like some of you are getting really kind of disappointed, and some of you are really business oriented, nothing else but business. That's all you want. Let's work and kind of like kiss them and leave them kind of a thing. But that's going to change, and actually within this month as well. So as far as this environment, it is somebody with whom you have been either intimate or somebody knew you intimately. And I'm not talking here only about the sex. I'm talking about somebody who was constant in your life. I want one more card here because these two flew out, but I want to see more information here. Oh my gosh, Gemini, this is clearly the other person category. Somebody is longing after you. There is like some melancholy over here. You do have, and I guess this is kind of connected, you do have an admirer. You do have somebody who definitely would like to go to the next stage with you, and maybe you're well aware of that. Maybe this is the deliberation. So let me see the Strength card. What is it? Why is this switch from no, I would prefer to die than marry? What is this happening that you're going into that Strength? Strength is a very complex card. It's not only about commitments. It's also about learning about ourselves. Kind of like sorting things out. It's a spring cleaning in the house where, you know, we all have this animalistic knee-jerk reaction. We can tell people off easily, and it is like kind of black and white. Where the Strength is teaching us, no, it is not black and white, not necessarily. See, these are the rules. You can still abandon the rules and come up with your own rules, not necessarily the group rules. And kind of like learning how to communicate, learning how to deal with those maybe lowly urges inside is all covered in this card. So let's see. Yeah, there is like something connecting to the house and your home. You have like the house, messenger, and soldier. I think simply the soldier definitely talks about secrets, but since it's reversed and secrets are coming out, you're actually going to learn something. You'll be getting some message, really literally being delivered to you, to your home. Frankly, this also could mean buying a house, or really considering shacking up with somebody from the past. Maybe somebody's coming out clean. That can include you. It could be two people here coming out clean. Boy, this is a complex reading, Gemini. How many of you are on this channel? I'm getting a whole bunch of information. Usually I give this extended reading from month only to the birthday sign, but like you guys are getting it. Look at this. This is like, as I said, second chances, or something is starting fresh, new, with gusto. and it is on the wings of something that has died. New love is appearing, and then you're like really this time cautious and getting more educated about how to go about that. You're not simply silly going and showing up for a date or showing up. You're kind of like spending a little bit more kind of thought into, okay, so is there a better system? How do I make it work? Maybe reading things online, reading resources online, asking better questions to get to know this partner. So when I'm at it, let me just see this Fire Queen, King. There I go, reunion, I'm telling you. And this is the same thing, kind of like there is like this motion forward. So somewhere, guys, mid-month, it's going to be a big switch. So literally, if you write down in the beginning of the month what you want, by the middle of the month, you will just like wonder who the heck wrote this. It's going to be really as complex as this. Gemini, I would love to hear from you and get some more sense. Like, this is a really big complexity that I've seen here. And Leslie, this is a general reading. For your private one, please contact me through catchtarot.ca and take advantage of the specials. Love you guys. All the best.